But how much weight do you need to do? 100,000 pounds? A lot. Like,
an amazing amount. An amazing amount of raw poundage in this gym.
And $1 million floor poundage in this place.
Don't worry about my raw poundage. Yeah, we already have one written up, man. Since you showed up on time. No, I'm just kidding, dude. We didn't, because we didn't call you. Yeah, so we're gonna do a 16-minute AMRAP. And it's going to be a partner workout. And so the reps are going to be ascending. So I'll do 2, my partner will do 4. I'll do 6, my partner will do 8. And so it's gonna be two squat cleans at 155 and then box get overs at 48 inches. So I'm gonna do 2 squat cleans, 155, 2 box get overs. Then Dom's gonna step up. He's gonna do 4 and 4. Then I'm gonna step back up and do 6 and 6. And then I'm gonna do 8, 8, 8, 8 and 8. So you just switch off and on. As the reps ascend, the partners switch back and forth, and you do it for 16 minutes. So a really fun workout. Yeah, the scheme is kind of from the invitational, the team series. The team series from a few years back that CrossFit did. That's kind of where I got the scheme from. Should be fun. Should be a good time. It's gonna be nasty. Kind of like little sprint intervals, basically, between with a little bit of rest. Yeah, you might hit your head. Watch those nails. So basically, what you do is you'll want to take a knee sleeve. You want to put a knee sleeve on. Yeah. Well, like just below your knee. Okay. And then you literally just like throw your knee up and like spin on your knee.
So I should put my one knee sleeve on.
I would put a knee sleeve on because it makes it really easy to slide across the top.
Yeah, I want one. Just get my knee right on the corner.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
You got extras that you don't wear?
No, none. Okay. Only a full box. And you need one?
Yeah, I'll need one. Yes.
I can get up there.
So just one though, like just like whatever leg you.
I on these I just wear one exactly. The knee that I bring up, I only bring one knee up. If you want to go over with your feet, you can't do that.
Like if I just go here.
Yeah. Yep. You're just gonna it's just more time.
Tiring.
Yeah.
So you just step over.
This is just so much more efficient where you're just like you don't even feel like you're doing anything. I think we should overthink it.
Yeah, I think we should really overthink it.
Yeah, hardcore.
Yeah. More, I'll probably put elbow sleeves on too.
Yeah, I'm gonna put just wrist sleeves.
Do you have a neck wrap that I can wear?
Yeah, exactly, just like that.
That's where you are.
And so as long as both knees are inside, you're good. I don't care where your feet
like
go.
A fucking giraffe.
As long as both knees are inside the box that you go across.
Steps up and over.
Here we go. They realized I didn't warm up to 155. Dude.
I was just like this. I think I'm in a dance battle. I was hoping
I didn't even think I'd get to the bar. To be honest, that was good.
That was really good. Dude, how did you catch me in the 16?
I moved.
I heard you, but I feel like you still didn't catch me, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I got you.
I know, I was 6 ahead.
Yeah,
And I didn't really stop. I just definitely slowed the cadence down from 7 on.
Oh, dude, I put out, cause I knew it was a good shot. My last sound.
My legs were just shaking. Like,
dude, they were.
And then the round of 14 burpees, we were like, you literally just hit the deck before me, and that's how you finished. And I was like, okay, I stayed with him there. And on the 14, I gave him a little ground, but I was like, it's okay, you'll stay with me on the burpees. And then I was like, I really hope we're done, man.
I tried 6 touching goes.
I know, I saw.
You did touch and goes?
Yeah, he did 6.
Well, you were doing power cleans. You were going way faster than me.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly,
yeah.
And
He was also,
burpees,
he was so fast on the burpees, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
I totally got screwed with this partner deal. Like,
You sound like a freight train, or like a. Just keep going.
yeah, he goes, oof, oof, oof.
You're like Myler.
Literally, bro, he's Myler.
Oh, well,
Just
yeah.
keep going.
And then at one point he was like, ah! he just vomited on that. That's what he picked up. Yeah. He was like, time for turbo mode.
No, that's the one thing that replayed in my mind. Is like, I can always hear you just keep going, you're not stopping, but fuck.
Well, it's the burpees though too, right? When you hit and like exhale, like it just like fucking, you just keep going, like. And I was trying to do that for a while until the 16.
Yeah, you were keeping up with the burpees. I was impressed. I mean, that burpee is definitely helps a taller person out, not a tall guy, but a taller person out. But I love them. I think they're awesome. They're like they're probably one of my favorite burpees. Besides burpee pull-ups, I like burpee pull-ups.
You got to make it over the box. You're on the field. You're outside. I think it was a bunch of ring muscle ups, and then you had to jump over those boxes.
In the
It was on the field in Madison.
Oh, on the field in Madison. Yes. That was 17. No, that was 18, I think.
But like I knew how bad your knee was fucked up.
Yes, that was 18. Yes.
Yeah, and I was like opposite you. And I was watching it at the telephoto, and I was like, God, he's hurting so bad.
Was this the year where it was super cold?
No, that was 17. 17 got cold.
But I remember just the
like almost crying after that event.
Just the look on your face, and you just kept going. I was like, guys, I'm thinking back in my mind, I was like, you should probably fucking stop. And you never
Andrew's
stopped.
just screaming, stop!
No, I never said that. I was like, I'm looking through the lens, and I almost got tears in my eyes because I was like, fuck, this guy's amazing. Like, he just keeps going. It's like so inspiring. I remember that one moment too, and I think back on that sometimes too, and I'm like, when I'm working out, I'm like, fuck, he never quit. And I don't know, it's just impressive. And I think you don't know that.
Yeah, bro, we don't like you.
You don't know the amount of, how many people you inspire with doing stuff like that. I think when you're in the moment, but I mean, I'm just one story,
No, it was cool. I remember going into that games, I was like, if pistols come up, I'm done. And then it came literally right before the box jump overs for the pistols.
Yeah.
I was like, I walked up to the pistols and I was like, I kind of stood there for a minute and I was like, well, I guess I can do one on my right leg. And I did one on my right leg and I stood back up and I was like, well, I'm here. Might as well fucking give it a go. Yeah. And I ended up getting through them somehow. And I was like, all right, well, fuck it.
Was that also the year of the yoke walk at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I feel like
everybody,
it kind of circulated around that you were clearly injured.
That was nuts.
Because you're walking like you had no leg.
That was crazy.
And you had 2 or 3 knee sleeves on.
Yeah.
And you finished that yoke and everybody went nuts, and that was very cool. And that's where
like
that
you
photo
could tell
I reposted that photo.
Yeah.
That Kay took, and it was so sick.
The stability in your knee just wasn't there. You could just see it in every step.
I was basically just trying to step on one leg and then kind of get through my left leg. So I didn't want to put the weight back down because it was so hard to get it up. It was the one time CrossFit in the background where they had something set in stone, and I felt like they changed it in the moment due to the fact that it just made sense.
Yeah.
Because they're like no, if you're short you get this height, if you're medium you get this height, and if you're tall you get this height. And I was like, listen, man, that last weight is 600 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, this it's it needs to be right where it needs to be for each person, and they did it. They made some adjustments, so it was cool.
The other unbelievable moment was in the in the tennis stadium when you were going against Froning in that sled pull.
Oh yeah.
And I was opposite side on the tennis stadium, to where you guys were at, and just watching that race and watching every pull, and knowing just like you had that tension.
Yeah.
There's so much tension in the air, and then you got across and like, get to the fucking net, come on.
Right. I literally was like, I wasn't even watching my own sled. I was just watching Rich's. The whole time I was just like, why is his moving so much farther than mine on each pull? And like, that I didn't think my judge was gonna give me that last pull, but it hit the bags, you know. And I was like, he's like, go, 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 and I was like, I just like fucking took off. Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorites because it was so close. You know, the race was so like good races are always fun. Big blowouts are fun because you feel good about yourself, but like a tight race that you barely nudge out, you're like, I don't know if I really should have won that workout, you know, kind of thing. So it was cool. That's like literally probably one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, that was probably one of my top moments too. Another unbelievable moment was Murph. When you crushed everybody. Dude, because I remember I was sprinting around the stadium as fast as I could get to spots. Because I took shots right away, sniped a bunch of shots, and then sprinted out of the soccer stadium, jumped a fence. Security's yelling at me. I'm like, see ya. Yeah. And just kept running. And then I got to that back side where there's supposed to be no fans allowed. And I was there. I was the only person.
Yeah, that's right.
I was taking a
you
photo.
were down there. You kept telling me how far Fraser was behind me.
Yeah.
You're like, you got about a minute.
I was giving you splits.
I was like, thank God. And I kept looking back, like, where is this guy? Like, I just didn't want to see him, like, you know, like coming hard.
I didn't want to get much.
Because I knew, like, when I had a big race, my coaches would always give me like seconds.
Yeah.
How many seconds I had?
It was like perfect.
So you'd go by, I hit my stopwatch, and then he'd go by, so then I give you this.
Because it felt in the race, he felt closer to me than he was. Like because the turnaround kind of throws you off a little bit, and so like when he came around the corner, I was like, oh, I thought he'd be farther back than that. And then you told me the time, and I was like, oh, thank God. He's like, he's not getting a minute and a half on me.
No.
Not a mile.
You were moving too.
Andrew was to make those shots happen though all games, because I'd always be like, that was my first time I went to the games. I'd be like, Andrew, can I come with you? He'd be like, yeah, you can. He'd send me out.
Yeah,
he'd be like, line of sight, dude. Line of sight, which means like find Josh's lane, occupy space. So I'd like sit there like this for like an hour and a half waiting for the heat, and Andrew'd come in like right beforehand, like a king tut.
So I was like, Coop, you got to anticipate the shot. You know where Josh is going to be. You know he's going to be ahead. You know he's going to be
stressful, man. I'd be sitting there for hours, like in the beating sun.
And literally, it'd be I knew the moment like you'd perform, and I'd be like, pull up the camera, just spray and pray.
All right, there you go. So had a fun workout, had a partner workout. Partner workouts can be really fun, right? You can change the intensity levels because now you have external motivators where you have a partner here who's waiting for you to get stuff done. And typically when you do partner workouts, how I like to program them is where it's like, you know, really intense for a short period of time, and then you get a little bit of rest, and you constantly keep doing that, almost like an interval. So if you don't have a partner to do something with, basically what you would do is you would do that where you could take the one-to-one rest of how long your partner was taking. So just another fun way to work out. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was really fun. Always fun working out with other people. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the thing, and as always, don't forget to pay the man.